right, grilled cheese. Now, one of the most favorite sandwiches of all time. Well, probably peanut butter and jelly be number one, but grilled cheese certainly is in a very, 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 maybe 1B, 1A peanut butter and jelly, 1B grilled cheese. But then we started messing around with a little bit and saying, what else can we do with this? So today we're going to learn how to make not just a grilled cheese, but grilled cheese with bacon and tomato. Something you probably have ordered at your local cafes, and I'm sure you enjoyed it. Some people just absolutely are addicted to grilled cheese if it's done properly. So we're going to go over a couple techniques tonight that will show you how to make a really, really good grilled cheese. And here are a couple things that we're going to go over before we get started. First thing you want to have is you want to have a non-stick pan. So important, okay? Number one. The other thing we're going to use today is we're going to use a combination of extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. We're going to mix the two fats together, okay? Flavor and a little bit of different type of flavor from the olive oil. It really, really makes a difference, okay? Now we come on to our ingredients. We've got some cheddar cheese slices. I've got 2 pieces of really, really good bread here, white bread, but it's not like a Wonder Bread. I really just, listen, part of making a great grilled cheese sandwich is making sure you have a good piece of bread. So you can use sourdough, you can use whole wheat, you can use rye, whatever you want, but make sure it's a good quality piece of bread. It makes all the difference in the world, okay? I've gotten 3 slices of really, really good ripe tomato. Another thing that you should probably look for, get a good tomato, a nice big good tomato, and then slice it thin. So we have 3 slices, and then we have some bacon that is already cooked. Now, I know that may sound, well, of course it's cooked, Chef Brian. Well, honestly, one of the things that I'm trying to get you to know is I'm not assuming anything. And there are some people that may have thought you'd have to use raw bacon in making a grilled cheese. And no, it needs to be cooked bacon. And so that's how we put it all together. So, are you ready? We're gonna get started. I'm gonna show you exactly how to make this. It is going to be delicious, better than your local cafe. You ready? All right, so we have our flame on high. Get a non-stick pan in here. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And as I mentioned before, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. Okay? The key here is we just want to get these nice and melted down. And again, the reason I'm using 2 fats is because it adds just an extra depth of flavor. These are the little tricks as a beginner you're going to find out. People are going to be saying, wow, you've really upped your game in cooking. And they're not going to know why, but you're going to know because you're learning all of these professional chef tricks. Okay, so we've got our oil in there. Now we're going to start from here. What we want to do is we want to lower the heat just down to a medium. Got that? Medium low, okay? So we're going to put in a piece of bread first, okay? And we're going to layer tomato. Then I like to put in bacon on top. Then I like to do another tomato. Now, go with the cheese. And this is really thin sliced cheese. You can buy the pre-sliced cheddar or whatever cheese you want to use. That's best to do that. And then we're going to take the other piece of bread and put it right on top. Okay? Now from here, you just want to let this cook by itself. Let's give it, I'd say, 3 to 5 minutes until that one side is nice and brown, and then I'll show you how we flip it and finish it up. There's a little secret that I want you to see. Okay, so now this has been in for 3 minutes on this side. Now watch, here's what I'm going to do. We need a spatula, and this is not hot yet because we haven't turned it. So you can put your hand on top of this come underneath, okay? Now we have a hold of it, and then just turn, just like so, okay? And look at that, delicious. Now at this point, what I want to do is you can actually turn your heat off, okay? Completely off, and you take a top, and you place the top on here, and this is what we call drifting. And I've talked about this before. It is amazing how much heat actually stays within good pans, okay, once you turn the heat off. And what will happen here is we're not going to be worried about burning the other side of that toast. It's going to toast nice and perfectly. But also what's happening now is we're slowly melting that cheese. We're slowly heating up that tomato. We're slowly heating up that bacon. The bacon fat is dripping down into the tomato, into the cheese, into the bread, and the whole sandwich is becoming one. That's the key to a really good grilled cheese sandwich, because when you bite into it, you want to be able to taste the bacon fat, the butter, the extra virgin olive oil, the cheese, the tomato. You want it all to come in as one. You don't want to just taste, oh, there's all this bacon, or oh, there's so many tomatoes. You want it to be one. That's what makes a great, great sandwich. All right, so when we come back, we're gonna take this out. I'll show you just how beautifully the cheese melted. We'll cut it up, we'll take a bite, and we'll go from there. All right, it's been about 4 minutes. We have just turned the heat off, like I said. Let's take the top off now. Let's see what we've got here. This looks so beautiful. And like I said, that other side's not gonna get too dark because we turned the heat off, and you'll see, but it's perfectly toasted. Look at that, perfectly toasted, heat off. Now, we're gonna go in for the magic of the deliciousness. So what I like to do, I like to cut mine into 4 beautiful, but first, before I do the other side, I want you to see, look at that. That is a professional sandwich, if I haven't seen one, that you can do at home, and it is so delicious. So I like to do mine into triangles. So if a little bit falls out, don't worry. And then what we do up here is we just a little presentation. Look at that. And bring that to your significant other, child, what have you, and they'll be like, oh my God, where did you learn how to make such a delicious looking sandwich? And you'll be able to say Chef Brian's Kitchen. But of course, we've got to go in because it looks so good. Again, perfectly cooked, perfectly brown on both sides. Cheese, nice and melting. We've got the delicious bacon, tomato in every single slice, and voila. Mm-hmm. Mm. That is so good. I can't tell you how important it is and how excited I am to be able to teach you, the beginner, the value of combining ingredients and making them come to one. It truly is the essence of amazing cooking. Too many times we take ingredients, we just throw them all together and we go, oh, let's hope for the best. But true science of cooking is to take ingredients and let them come together as one family, because then it creates a whole other product. And that's what it's all about. And that's exactly what I teach in the Blueprint, which is my ebook. And I leave there's so much information that you can learn from this Blueprint. And there is a link in the description box below. I highly recommend you pick it up. I cannot talk enough about it, only because I promise you, look, listen, If you want to just stay where you are and keep doing what you're doing, more power to you. But if you really, really, really want to elevate your kitchen confidence, your cooking confidence, if you really, really want to learn the simple little techniques and tips and tricks, the basic methods on how to take your cooking from 0 to absolute 10, which is a hero, trust me, check out the blueprint, the ebook. The link is in the description box below. It's like a little chef on your shoulder. It is a must-have. You don't have to take notes when you're watching these videos. You don't have to worry about, oh, did I miss something? Did I miss something? No, it's all in the blueprint ebook for you to enjoy, to have with you, to give you that extra boost of confidence. I'm right there with you the whole time. All right? So there you have it. A beautiful, unbelievably tasting grilled cheese with bacon and tomato. All right, there you have it. Until next time, I am Chef Brian, and remember, eat well and stay healthy.